Hello there guys, and welcome to another video. And in this video we are going to create a responsive theme, a responsive parallax restaurant theme for WordPress. And just take a look at this one here. So it has a um, opening section, and see this parallax scrolling like this, and three branches of this restaurant, and a blog section which are going to display the last three blog posts, and then a shortcut here for to make a reservation, and an about us page, and then a footer. And all of these elements are customizable in the customizer, down here in appearance and customize. So you have all these sections here you can edit. And then we also have about us page, contact page, and then for reservations, okay, I can make a reservation, and then got the menu as well. And as I said, this one is fully responsive. So if we take a look, you can see here it's responsive, follows along nicely. Then get the menu, or look at the main page. This one's responsive there as well. Scroll out, then see if it kind of follows along there. So that's that, and most of this is done by code. There are two plugins installed at the moment, and it's for it's the contact page, and it's a contact this form here. Then also for the reservations, this one here is also a plugin, because yeah, the video is long enough as it is. I'll probably make a separate video on how to create plugins, contact form, and so on. All right, so that's that. So that's what we're gonna do in this video. I might cut this video in several parts. We'll see how long it goes. Okay, so now we're back here in file structure, and I have removed all the code. So let's do this together from the beginning. So in our WordPress installation, let's head down to vp-content, and let's find our themes folder. And in our themes folder, we are going to add a new folder, and I'm going to name it CIY CIY Parallax Restaurant, so we know what that is. And that's start. And now let's add all the files. I have a previous video about the file structure of WordPress, but that you can check out if you need some extra refresher. But we're going to do this together from scratch here. So the first thing I'm going to do is to add our theme, so we can see it in our WordPress appearance for themes. So back here you can see right now I have the 2019 theme activated, and I want to add a theme here, just like these themes here. So let's do that. So let's go back to our theme folder, and now first thing we're going to do is we have to in an index.php page, index.php. Okay, and in this index.php we're not going to do that much for now. The only thing we need to do here is we're going to leave it for now, actually. just like this. And let's go back here and let's refresh. And as you can see now, we're going a error message, broken themes. And here's the name of the theme that we created, the folder. Then the description, what's wrong here? So the style sheet is missing. So we need to add a style sheet for this. So first thing we're going to do then is add a file and name it style.css. We do it in the root folder. So style.css, like this. Now we're going to fill this with some information. So first let's make a comment like so. And in here, let's add first the theme name. And let's name it the CIY guy Parallax restaurant theme, like this. Let's save it, and let's take a look at the front, or at the back end here. Let's refresh, and as you can see, the error message is gone, and we have our theme here. At the moment, we don't have a thumbnail or a screenshot. Also, if you look at the theme details for this theme, you have, as you can see, you have a version name, the author, and some information, and also you get tags. And if we compare that to the theme, to our theme, look at the theme details, we got nothing here. All right, so let's add a screenshot. Let's add a version number. We can add the author. That's us, and a description, and also some tags. All right. So first, let's add the information that's needed. So let's go back here to our style.css. Under the theme name, I'm just going to add the author, like this, and this is the CIY guy. CIY guy, and then a little description. And in the description, just a simple parallax theme for a restaurant. Not the best there, but whatever. Another version. So the version is 1.0, and the license. So this is obviously the general open source license for WordPress. So it's GNU, and that's the general public license. Version 2 or later. And we can post the license URL, URI, and it's http gnu.org/licenses/gpl-2.0.html if you want to have a look at it. And then the text domain, and it's CIY, let's do it underscore parallax underscore theme, and then tags. Well, if you plan to sell your theme, if you create your own theme and plan to sell it, then tags and the description, usually very important. So I recommend spending some time on the description and tags, but this is just for just for demonstration purposes, so it's not gonna put too much time on it. So let's do just parallax and separate them by comma. Parallax theme, and I don't know, scrolling perhaps, I don't know, that'd be good. And then some general information. So this theme like WordPress is licensed under the GPL. All right, then I just basically what I'm doing here is copying the information for this one here. So if you look on here later on, you can see some of the same information. So let's head back here and let's use it to make something cool, have fun, and share what you learned with, I guess, other people, like this. And that's it. So let's save this one, and let's refresh, and let's have a look at our theme. So you can see version 1.0 by the CIY guy, and here's the description, and down here are our tags. All right, so now let's add a screenshot. I have already prepared a screenshot, so let's head back here to our folder. I have this one saved as screenshot.png. Let's copy this one there, and then let's head yeah, it was for there. Let's head into our WordPress installation, and let's go to themes, and then to our themes, CIY Parallax Restaurant, and let's just paste it in there. That's all we need to do. And let's go back to our backend. Let's refresh. Let's see. Let's do this. Let's refresh. Let's see. Maybe I should do this. Oh, look at that. That's not how it's supposed to be. .png, .jpeg. So it's actually extremely important that you rename it to screenshot.png. Otherwise, it won't show as you saw. All right, so screenshot.png, and let's so we can do this refresh. All right, so there you go. Now you got the screenshot, and if you click here, you see it here as well under theme details. So let's activate this one. Let's just hit activate. Now it's our active theme. To go to our front end, let's refresh, and here's blank. Since we haven't created any files really, this file here is blank. But just to show you that this one is actually working, we can just do the index, put in the loop. So open up some PHP tags, and here, remember we named the text domain, so we can put this one in here as a comment. So the comment here should be like this. Okay, and we start with add package. Then we do the text domain, CIY Parallax theme, like this. And then just a comment for what this is. So this is the index page. All right, now let's put in loop. So if have underscore posts, let's just do a while statement there, while have posts. Let's show the post. Let's get the post like so, and in here let's show the post thumbnail and the title. and these are all pre-made WordPress functions, and then the category if we have one, and then the tags, and after tags, I don't know. I don't. That's it. I think we don't need anything else. What I think, or maybe the content. Let's put in the content like this. And then let's do and while, then and if. So okay, let's save it. Let's go back to our front end here and let's refresh. Now you get all the posts here that we have. Not good looking, but we haven't styled anything yet. So what we're going to do now is let's continue with the rest of the files that we're going to need. So the first thing we're going to need is we're going to need a header. So in the root of our theme, let's create the file and name it header.php. And same here, a comment. First a PHP tag, obviously. And then a comment like this one there. And then add package. You can do same here. CY Parallax theme. And then a little comment here, the header for our theme. And let's save it for now. And then we need a footer as well. So next there is just footer.php, and same thing there, not PHP, and in here same kind of comment, and let's do at package and Parallax theme, and then comment there the footer of our theme. Okay, and then we are going to need a functions .php like this, and same there, PHP tag, and then the comment, then add package, then it's the same domain name, and then the function. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to require in or bring in other files into this functions file to keep it as clean as possible. So I'm just going to put a comment require all your other functions files here and save it. So that's that for now, I think. Yeah, right, we need a front page. So I'm going to customize a special front page for all this. So let's do front page.php. Save it like that, and what we do is just same there. Then the comment, and let's do that package, same there, and this is our home or custom home page. Now you can do it in the index.php file. That's a little bit up to you, but I prefer to do it on a separate functions, oh sorry, front page.php file. All right, so let's save that. Then we need to bring in, we're going to customize our theme here, so we need a style sheet, an external style sheet, and we're going to need a special include folder. So let's create a folder named assets, and in this assets we are going to first create a style sheet. So I'm just going to name it CIY underscore style.css, and then I'm going to create another file and call it CIY underscore scripts.js. We are going to use just a little bit of JavaScript, not much. The JavaScript is going to be for the menu we're going to create later. So that's the assets folder. Next, we are going to create a image file, and let's create a new folder, call it img. So later we're gonna paste in some images there, and then going to create another folder and call it inc or includes. You can name it whatever you want. I'm lazy, so I'm just going to do inc. And in this inc folder, we are going to put in all our other files that we are going to bring in here in our functions.php. Okay, so that'll be something we're going to do a little bit later. And then we're going to need a folder and call it page templates. In this page templates, it's going to be files for our separate pages. For example, we have a restaurant, the restaurant page to show you. We're going to have a special template for that. All right, so let's call it page templates, page hyphen templates, and let's do that. All right, okay, so that's that. So first thing we're going to do here today is we are going to start with the header, and in this header it's we're going to take in all the information that's needed for this one to work properly. So it's probably basically first a doc type, HTML doc type. It's normal. So I am on VS Code. So in VS Code you can just do exclamation mark and hit tab, and you get this little nice template set up for you. So here we're going to change some information. So first in the HTML for the language, let's create a PHP tag. And in here, we're going to do language attribute, and this one will bring in whatever language you have set in the settings in your WordPress installation in the backend. So like this. So that will take in, you go to the backend and down here to the settings. And we have the site language, English. So it will take in that. Okay, and then we'll most of the code will take in from the settings. It's going to be up here in a similar way. Right, so in the head tag here, we're going to first put in a meta tag for the description, and let's do meta, and then the name, that's description, like so. Then the content, so PHP tag, puts it off there. Now we're going to use blog info, and then description. Okay, and as I said, I have a video about how to set up your WordPress installation and all the files and folders that you need, so that you can look at if you need more information. All right, so after the description, let's put in the character set, this one here. So let's do that. Let's do the same PHP. We're going to use the blog info function again, and like this, and then in here, I'm going to use character set like this, and then semicolon to end it. Then we can use we can leave the viewport as it is, and we can use the XUA compatible as it is. We're gonna add a title, so we're gonna take in the title, and the title is going to be whatever you name it. Put up here, site title, right? So let's change that. Instead of document, we are going to take in again the blog info function like so, and then takes in string of name and semicolon at the end, and then VP title to bring in the title there as well. All right, so that's that. And then important to bring all this together, we have to use a function called VP underscore head, like so. All right, so that's that. So let's save this. And what we're going to do now is we're going to just cut out the ending tags of the body and HTML tags, like so. Let's save it, and let's go to our footer. In our footer, just going to paste it in like this. And obviously, we need to close the PHP tags like that. All right, so after the footer, we can just well, we need to bring in a function here as well. So let's open up our PHP tags, and the function we're going to use is called VP footer, like so. All right, that is a VP footer function. It's going to tell WordPress if you have style sheets and other things to include the VP footer in here. Let's save it. So let's have a look at the front end. So nothing has really changed here, except for it's now looking for the front page.php. And the file structure, again, I have another video, but WordPress is going to look for front-page.php first. If we can't find that, it will default to the index.php. So that's why before, when we didn't have this front-page.php, it took us to the index.php, which is this page. And in here, we have some code to display everything. So that's that. All right. Next thing we're going to do is let's create a menu for our theme. So let's go and include that. So I'm going to do in our ink folder, I'm going to create a file and call it menus.php. And in here, let's open up our PHP tags like this. Same good old comment and add package. And then do, oh no, CIY underscore parallax underscore theme. Then all our menus are on this page. Okay, and then let's create them. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to create custom navigation bars. So let's do a little comment like so. And this is the custom navigation bar like so. So how to do this? Well, if we look at our, if we save it, so let's take a look at our back end here, and there's two ways you can create a menu. So first you have appearance, and in the customize, you have menus here. Okay, so you can add your own menu. Right, so we have to add these menus in our file structure first. So we're gonna add a function. You can name these functions whatever you want. So I'm gonna use add navbar like so, and then use a function called register underscore nav underscore menus, and this one takes in an array because we are going to create more than one. So the first one is called CIY navbar, and let's call it CIY navbar. So this name CIY navbar, that's the one you're going to see in backend. Okay, and then let's create a navigation bar for the footer. CIY hyphen footer, and same here. Let's give it a name. So CIY footer nav bar. Okay, let's call that, and then we have to bring it in. So we have to add this one. So let's do an add action hook. First, we use init to initialize the navigation bar, and then the name of the function we want to add here. So it's this one up here, add underscore navbar. Let's paste it in there and semicolon at the end. Let's save it. Now, if we refresh, nothing's gonna happen in appearance and themes. Nothing's gonna happen. We won't see the oops. We won't see the any menus here. So you can choose our menu because we haven't brought it in yet. So remember, I was talking about the functions.php. So we have to call and bring in this menus.php here. Now you could have done all this code here directly in here. That would have worked just as well. But just in order to keep it a little bit cleaner, I like to do this, right? So I'm going to require, and then we use a function called get template underscore directory, and then append it with the file. So we have to go to the location of our file. So we go to root, and in our root we find the inc folder, and our inc folder we found the menus.php file, and semicolon at the end, and that should be it. Let's go to front end and let's refresh. So if we go out of here, and now you see here in our parents menu, we have a menus link here. That's because we added the menus here, the init, and we register nav menu. So that's why we can see a little link here. So let's click on this one. And let's go back here at the bottom, and you can see the menu settings. And then you have display location. So here's the name. Remember the name, CIY navbar, and this is the footer navbar. All right. So for the main menu, I've already created this one main menu, but what you can do is you can create a new menu, and then you can add whatever pages you want here. So I already created an about us, a contact, reservations, and menus file. So what we're gonna do here is we are going to add this one to our CIY navbar like this, and then we'll just save the menu. All right, and then if you want to do the footer menu, so let's select that one. So now with the footer menu, and now you can choose other things here. So in our footer, I don't want this landing page, for example. This is nothing we're gonna use. I want it about us, contact, and reservations. That's pretty important to use. So in this menu, I'm just gonna use three items, 3 pages, and just associate that with the footer navbar. Let's save it. So now what we're gonna do, we'll go back to our front end, refresh, still nothing there because we haven't brought in on our header and our footer page. So I like to put the menu right here in the header. So the first thing we're gonna do is we have to use a some HTML first. So it's a navigation bar. So I'm just gonna do a nav like this, and we are going to have a class of navbar like this, and then in this nav we have a span, and I'm going to have this one a navbar slider like this, and remember this is going to be responsive, so we actually want to need 2 different menus here, one for full screen and one for mobile screen. Okay, so in the span here, let's put in an href, and here's where the JavaScript is going to come in. So the first thing we need to do is the href. It doesn't go anywhere because this is we'll open up home menu. So let's see, we have a function of on click, and then we have something called open side menu, like so, and then under here we are going to use something called SVG. Oh, that's not right. Let's do SVG like this, and the width here should be 30 pixels, and then the height should be also 30 if we want to find square. And then in here we need always 3. It's going to be 3 kind of lines. It's like a hamburger menu when it's all done. So I'm going to call path, and this one is just I'm going to do some pre-made values here. So we got d equals 0, 5, then 30.5, then the stroke, and that's the color, and it's gonna be white like this, and then the width should be 5 pixels there. Then let's close that one off, and I'm just going to copy this one. So it's in VS Code you do Control Shift D, it will copy 1 line down. So we're going to need 3 of these, and we're going to change the values here a little bit. So the second one needs instead of MO5, we're going to need MO14, and then here 3014, and for the third one we're going to MO23, then MO, so not 3023. So let's close this svg tag off there, so we get a little nicer look. And then let's hit save. Now if we go back here, see nothing, you can't see anything yet. Well, obviously we haven't styled yet. The background here is white. So let's continue here. One thing I forgot to do is we need to bring in, we have to enqueue our style sheets and JavaScript files. But before we do it, let's finish this one off first. So after our span tag, let's do another. Let's do div with the class of navbar nav, like this. And in this here, we need a first we need a logo. So we're going to do another class of navbar logo, like this. And here we are going to use an href, and in this href we are going to location, or the we have to open up a PHP tag to tell where this is going, and this is going to our home page. So what we need to do is echo escape URL, then home underscore URL, and in here as the backslash, like this. Let's close it off. And for now, we are just going to write home. We're going to add a logo here later, as soon as we have our set up our functions and customizer. So that's that for now. Let's bring in our menu. So here it's PHP, and let's close the PHP as well. And in here we are going to bring a function called vp underscore nav underscore menu, and this one takes in an array, like so. All right, now we need to put in here which one of the menus that we created we want to have here. And so the first one is a theme location, theme underscore location, and that's the name of the menu we created, and this is a top menu. So it's this here, this ID, CIY hyphen navbar. So let's copy and let's paste it in there. And that's pretty much it for that one. Okay, so let's scroll up so you can see a little bit better. Now, next thing we need to do is, so this is the normal logo. Oh, sorry, the normal menu for full screen. Let's do for mobile. So under this div, we're going to create another div, and we're gonna name this one, give it a class of navbar logo underscore mobile, and let's do the same here. Let's just copy this one first. This is exactly the same, and then under here, under this div, we need to create another nav. Sorry, we need to create outside the nav, because this is mobile. Let's create another div here, and actually this time I'm going to give an ID of navbar side menu. Give it like this, and a so side nav, like this. And in here, let's create another href, and same there. let's create a should have a class actually. So let's give it a class of btn close, and then do an on click for our little JavaScript. So an on click event, and then close side menu. So these are two functions we haven't created yet that we will do very soon. And in here we need let's say this little guy. All right. Let's say times. There we go. All right. And then below here we need to put in our menu. So we're going to use the exact same function as up here. So actually, I'm just gonna copy and paste it in here. Okay, and then let's check our indentation. So it looks nice. Okay. All right. So that's that. And then under here on this div, I'm going to create another div and call it main. ID of main, like this. Let's see. There we go. Okay, and then we're actually gonna cut this ending tag out. Let's save this and let's go to our footer. This is gonna be in our footer, and then what we're gonna do is just above the body tag, I'm gonna paste that in the ending div, like so. Let's save it and let's have a look here at our front page. Right, still nothing. And what we need to do here is we need to bring this into our front page .php. So let's open up our front page .php, and the thing we need to put in here in our front page .php is a function called getHeader. GetHeader, like this. And also at the bottom we need to put in a function called getFooter. So this will bring in the footer and the header on the page. Let's hit save and let's refresh, and now you can see here our menus. So that's that. We haven't done anything in the footer yet, so let's add that in the footer as well. So if we go to our footer.php, it's down there. Okay, so the first thing we need to do is I'm going to create a tag, just call it footer. And in this footer, I'm going to give a section with a class of footer navigation. This footer navigation is going to give the title of site map, and then just do the same here, a PHP tag. In this PHP tag, you're going to do the same as before. So wp underscore nav underscore menu takes in an array, and then the theme location should be the name or the ID of this one here, the footer. So CIY hyphen footer, and do it as a string, paste it in there, and that's that on that one. All right, let's hit save. Let's refresh, and now you got the footer down here, sitemap. All right, so let's style this a little bit. So let's head back here to our style sheet. So we have to first bring these styles in. Same with the JavaScript. So let's first include the style sheets. All right, so in our ink folder, let's create a file and name it nq.php, like this. All right, so in this file, we're going to bring in all our style sheets and script files. So first, let's do PHP tags and then same old comment. So at package CIY underscore parallax underscore theme. Then comment here enqueue all your style sheets and script files. That's that. All right, next let's create a function, and this function, call it CIY underscore parallax underscore scripts, like so. And then here what we need to do is use a function called vp underscore enqueue underscore style. So enqueue underscore style. Okay, and then a little ID for this one, and I'm going to give it the same name here. So actually, I'm going to go CIY underscore parallax underscore style, and then we get template underscore directory underscore URI, then append it, and then we need to find where we can, or define where WordPress should look for this file. So in our root, we have to go to our assets folder. In our assets folder, let's find a file called CIY underscore style.css, like this. Then if we need any dependencies in an array, but we don't, so we're gonna leave it blank. Version of this file is 1.0.0. Then next one here is for media. We're going to specify it, but we're just going to do it for all, like so. So that's that. Next, we are also going to bring in our JavaScript file while we're at it. Okay, so this, instead of VP enqueue style, we're going to do a VP enqueue script. So VP enqueue underscore script. And here, let's just call it C underscore parallax underscore scripts. And then same here, get template underscore directory. Sorry, URI. And then where to find it. Again, in a root folder, assets folder, and then find a file called CIY underscore scripts.js. And excuse me. Then we need to same here, any dependencies like the A query or anything, but we don't. So let's do an empty array. Then the version, same here, 1.0.0. And then where to load the script. So before the body or in the head. So default is false, but we're gonna put true, and I'm gonna show you why soon. So that's that. So now one more thing we need to do in this file is to add the action hook. So outside our function, add underscore action, and first it takes in two parameters. So the first parameter is predefined, vp underscore enqueue underscore scripts, and then let's do CIY. Well, actually, it's the name of the function that we created. Let's put it in there. Then semicolon at the end. All right, so let's save that. What we need to do now is to bring it in our functions.php, otherwise it won't work. So same here, require get underscore template underscore directory, and in here we have the where to find it. So it's in our assets, in root. So assets, oh sorry, no, it's on inc folder, and the inc folder should look for a file named nq.php, semicolon at the end. All right, so let's go back to front end and let's refresh. Now we haven't added any styling yet. Let's make sure it works. Let's check our page source. And let's search for CIY underscore parallax, right? Parallax style. So you got it here, right? So here's the style sheet, parallax style, and then for our JavaScript, I'm not sure if we put it in there. So parallax scripts. Pom pom pom. Maybe we didn't. Underscore scripts. Let's see. No, we did not have it there. So let's add this one. I think it's one more thing we need to do. All right, let's see. Script can find. Let's see down here. Let's see. This Parallax restaurant assets CIY scripts. Oh, here it is. Okay. Didn't put up the name there. Okay, well then. Okay, well, fine. There it is. All right, so we got this script file and we got our style sheet added. So let's today let's style the menu in this video. So let's start with our little header here. I'm just gonna close down the menus and keep the footer. I'm gonna close down the index. Can close down the enq functions. Leave the front page. Yeah, I don't need the front page. And definitely this one. This one. Yeah, close down this one and close down the screenshot. Okay, here we go. All right, so let's start by adding the. We can add the JavaScript first. Okay, so in this JavaScript file, we are going to add. So we get a little thing here. We can a little X. This X here to hide and open. So let's start with that. So we're going to create a function, and we're going to call it open side menu, because that's the name we gave it up here, open side menu. So in here you're going to do a document dot get element by ID, and this ID was navbar side menu, I believe. So you can open navbar, yeah, navbar side menu like this down here, and then I'm gonna style this one. So dot style dot width, and that is gonna be 250 pixels, and then document dot get element by ID, and this is the main like this. So if we go back here, you can see have an ID on main here, because the whole page is gonna be affected by this. So let's style that one. So then we need a style. We're gonna need a margin left equals 250 pixels, like so. And then we also need to close the side menu. So let's create another function, and this I'm gonna call it close side menu, and let's do like this, and then let's do document dot get element by ID, and this one was navbar, again side menu, and let's style this on. So when we close it, the width is going to be 0. Style dot width equals 0 pixels, and then let's do the same here. Document dot get element by ID, and this one again main, and let's style the margin here. Style dot margin left, and again 0 pixels, like so. Let's save it. Let's see if it does anything here. Let's press there. We haven't styled this, so nothing's really gonna happen, but let's let's style the rest of the menu. So let's go to style sheet right here, and we are going to just create the menu on one line here. So let's do that. So first, some simple general stylings. So here, let's reset the padding and the margin to 0, like this. And then the body in itself should be a height of 100%, and overflow X, it's hidden, so no side scrolling here. And then that's that. And then font size, let's do 16 pixels. Then the font weight, should we do font weight? I don't think so. For the body, let's do normal there. We change later. Line height, let's do 1.8, like this. And the color, standard color, this color 66, a little grayish color. Okay, that's that. Let's save that, see what it does. I don't think it's gonna do anything really. Maybe change the color like this. All right, so now we don't have any margins or paddings. You see this color changed as well. All right, then next thing we're gonna do is put all of the A tags. The standard color should be more grayish. So it's DDD. Okay, and then let's see what that does. All right, you can see the color change there as well. We can also actually add text decoration. Text decoration of none. This, as you can see, now the underline here disappears. So that's good. I don't want that. Okay, so next let's do the nav bar. So let's start with a little comment. Let's do the navigation bars right there. And the first one is nav bar. And the nav bar has a background color of see 28 to E28. Okay, not exactly black. And then an overflow, then hidden, then the height 63 pixels. Now you can choose the height wherever you want there. And let's take a look. Okay, so you got this nice little thing here going. Next, let's do Navbar and the logo. So Navbar. Let's remove the padding on this nav and the Navbar logo and the A tag. Don't want any paddings there. So padding 0. And we don't have an image yet, but when we do, let's add that right now. We'll add it. So we got the nav bar logo and then the image, and the image should be the same size. So height 63 pixels. The width should be auto, and then display block, then float left. Right, so when we do have an image later on, we don't need to style it again. And then let's do the A tags for the navbar. So navbar A. So I'm gonna float all these to the left, like so, and then display block, and the color for all of these I want a little white color, F2, F2, F2. And then text align this center, and then the padding I want 15 pixels up and down and 16 pixels on the side. Text decoration, we already did text decoration. That's a font size a little bit bigger, 17 pixels. Then text transform to uppercase. So I want this to be uppercase. Okay, and this navbars comes with a UL. Let's add that. The UL should have a margin of 0. And the list style none. Okay, right, then we want to hover the whole thing. So let's navbar a hover. Then the color should just change to more blackish color like this. Okay, let's see what that does to our site. Okay, now this one would change to a image later, so we're not gonna bother with this one. But you can see here everything else looks all right. We got these uppercase as well, and when we hover over them, they highlight in a little bit more blackish color. All right, that's that. Let's also next let's do the for the mobile navigation. So let's go down here. Let's get a comment to mobile navigation. And the first one was side nav, I think. Let's see, now one slider, side nav, like that. Side nav, and let's do that. Then the height for this is 100%. It's going to take up the whole screen. The width 0, and the position is, in this case, fixed. All right, then the z-index, so it's going to be on top of the rest of the page, so it's going to be 1. And the top margin 0. Then left margin 0. Background color, different nuance of black. Then the opacity should be 0.9, so you can see through it a little bit. Then the overflow is going to be hidden. Then the then the padding top, gonna do 60 pixels on that one. Then transition 0.5. See what that looks like later. All right, and then when we hover, so we got side nav A first. Style those elements, so we get the padding of 10 pixels, 10 pixels, 10 pixels, and then 30 pixels. The text decoration, we already had none. So font size, font size 22 pixels. Color, do a little white grayish color. Then display must be block, otherwise it's gonna look weird. And then the transition on this one, transition 0.4. I'll do 4. That'd be good. All right, let's scroll up a little so you can have a good look there. Okay, and then next we need the hover effect. On hover, and then we do that, and the color, just gonna change it to another white color there. And then for the close button, so we have dot side nav and btn close. I think that was btn close, right? btn close, there we go, yes. Okay, so this button has to have a position of absolute, and top margin 0, and right would be 22 pixels. Font size it's a little bit bigger, 36 pixels, and then the margin left needs to be 50 pixels, like this. So that's that. Now we need to do one more thing here. So let's do it for the main body. Let's save this one first. Let's see what it looks like. All right, so now that one disappeared. So you can see it comes in here nicely. And look at that. Now you click away. bonk. All right, then you can click here as well. All right, cool. Let's go back here, and for the main bodies, remember we had an ID of main, and this has a transition of margin left 0.5 seconds, and then overflow hidden, and width 100%. Okay, so that's for the main stuff. Let's next here, let's put it in some media queries. So this one will be a little bit more responsive. So if we, for example, refresh here, full screen, we don't want this one to be shown, right? We only want this one to be shown when we have like mobile size. So for that, let's create a media query, and you do this by add tag media, and then the max width should be 1024 pixels. Okay, and then here you can put in the styles that you want to change. So I don't want the nav to be seen when we go under 1024 pixels. So display none. Okay, so let's refresh. So we don't want this one here to be seen. So if I do mobile here, as you can see, the menu disappeared. So when you scroll up to 1024 and above, this let's see, we go under 1024, you can see responsive. If we go under 1024, let's show you here. If we go 1024 and under, the menu here will disappear. Remember, this is going to be an image later on, so don't mind this one here. All right, and this one will be shown. Only this one here will be shown. If we go above, the menu comes back. Now, when it goes above 1024, we want this one to disappear. So let's do that. So we have to create another media query and tell when it goes over 1024 pixels, we have to remove that one. So the minimum width in this case is 1024 pixels, and let's do that. And here we got this nav, same here, Navbar slider, and it's a class. And this one is display none, perhaps display none. And also what we need to do is want to remove the logo for the mobile. Don't need two logos. Navbar logo mobile. Was that the one? Let's see. Side menu here. Logo mob. Yes, that's the one. Okay, and display none. So that's that. That's pretty much it. What we need to do there. Actually, we're gonna we can style the logo there as well for the navbar in mobile. So navbar underscore logo underscore mobile, and let's do that. So display block, then margin left auto, margin right auto, and the width 30%. We'll try that out for now. Can change it later. All right, so let's refresh here. Okay, so you can see the logo there disappeared. Now, however, if we go smaller, you can see over here, and then we get the image here later. Now it's not centered, but we can probably do something about that. And as you can see, when you scroll out the menu, you can see here the whole site kind of comes with me. So the rest of the page kind of follows along nicely here. All right, so that's the menu, and I think this is a good time as any to stop this video. And the next video we're going to look closer on how to add things for our customize menu, how to add a whole front page, all the sections here. All right, so that's it for now. So I hope you enjoyed this video, and thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next.